rods, cones. The only differentiation is the shape of them. Then you have the ganglion cells, the bipolar cells, which have both of those. The amacrine cells, and these are the horizontal cells, and these are part of the cones and rods. Before he had said these are miscellaneous horizontal cells, but then yesterday he said these are part of the cones and rods. This is the pigmented layer right here.
This right here?
That's the pigmented layer. And then on the eye, it's the superior rectus, inferior rectus, inferior oblique, lateral rectus, medial rectus, superior oblique, and you can orient the eye because the superior oblique is always pointed medially, and this is the choroid layer, the sclera, the optic nerve. This whole thing is the retina. This is the optic disc. This is the macula. And then the fovea centralis is this little pit right there. It's just a little tiny pit, divot right in the middle. And then you have the ciliary bodies right here. And these are considered for test purposes, the suspensory ligaments are right here.
That purple part?
Just these points.
Okay.
These pointy outy things, and these are the ciliary bodies. And then you have the posterior chamber, posterior chamber, which is vitreous humor, the anterior chamber, which is aqueous humor. Of that, you have the posterior cavity and the anterior cavity.
Can you do that again?
Posterior cavity of the anterior chamber, anterior cavity of the anterior chamber. Posterior cavity is vitreous humor. The posterior chamber is vitreous humor. The anterior chamber is aqueous humor. Then you have the cornea, the pupil, which is just the hole, the iris, and the lens, which composes the posterior cavity with aqueous humor.
It's broken.
Yeah, it's busted. It kind of sucks. There we go, and that is it for the eye, as far as I know. That's everything.